On the last episode of Roll Initiative, episode 14, the adventurers Jables, Drago, and Zolver with Facade were all doing their own things when guards showed up looking for a potential suspect in the earlier bombings before the Scarlet Hall. Drago was incarcerated and taken to the judge for a hearing. Facade stepped in as his lawyer, being able to make a compelling persuasion against the guards for him to go into the case. Meanwhile, Jables and Zolver are catching some sun rays outside, performing some nice tunes for the civilians. And we're going to pick up with Drago and Facade. So, let me understand something. So going back to my initial question, how did you go about getting the explosion to happen, Mr. Drago?
I didn't do it, so I don't know how you want me to answer that question.
Well, Guardian, I guess we can perhaps maybe do it your way. That would speed this up.
One question. That ceremonial dinner started how soon after the explosion? If I remember correctly, because I was getting ready, because I kind of lived down that side of town. And I remember I was leaving Remy's pub.
So to clarify, Mr. Circle, you live down by the market side, by the entrance of
the south side of town, yeah.
Okay.
Not like right next to him, but I was kind of close to where I heard it, and I saw guards rushing past and stuff. But as like I said, I have to be my business. I have to handle this first, especially with the Greylock, inviting me to his dinner, which is very important. But if I remember correctly, it barely took me enough time to get from there, as soon as the explosion happened, to the ceremonial dinner. And if I remember correctly, Drago was already there before me, in line, already about to hit the threshold. And that bridge is a long walk. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. Have you been there, Judge?
I have been to the Scarlet
And it's a long
Hall.
walk, isn't it?
It is.
So, that bomb explosion happened pretty quick. And if we look at the records, because I know that Greylock has to keep records for the Scarlet Hall.
We do have records to the dinner. We do have records towards him arriving to the city.
And he was there,
and we
right?
do have records of when the explosion did happen. It happened an hour after your arrival.
Yeah, but we're asking about the time placement. He couldn't be there because, like I said, he beat me and he wasn't even sweating.
Is this true, Mr. Drago?
I was trying to tell you a moment ago that it was Miles, me, and Jables.
Meaning they were at the dinner, because they were in line before with a fellow by the son of that's accusing him, Grimholt. He was there with talking to Jables, remember correctly, and Drago.
I keep hearing the name Jables. Where is this Jables?
We'll get to that because we're gonna. I was gonna ask you
because there was 2 suspects in this explosion, Mr.
There was.
Circle.
I heard guards talking about it, but the thing is, it still would make sense if 4 people were hanging out, and there's 2 suspects.
Well, unfortunately, there's no way for me to actually conjure up Mr. Miles as he is dead.
Yeah, which was
so
interesting.
it would leave 2.
But he wasn't dead until after, right?
Right, but I don't.
Well, actually, no. There's 3 because if Grimholt was also there, he would have seen that Jables and Drago were there before him because he was after them in the line.
And where's Mr. Grimholt?
I don't know that because he was traveling with us, and last time I seen him, I was leaving the Remy's pub. I'm gonna go visit him, Remy, because we're close. But like I said. Earlier, you guys said that there was only 1 suspect, meaning him, but now you're saying there's 2, so that's also kind of information here.
There was 2 because we're looking for some potential insight to an accomplice.
Okay, and at this point, I guess I'm gonna request if we can summon Jables in here, and I want to question him, just for you guys.
Absolutely. We would love to have another person or a potential to be cross-examined in front of us, and if you don't mind, we would like the guards to cross-examine him with their information.
That's perfect.
Great.
As long as I get to go first.
All right. I guess we'll allow some recess, and 5 minutes you have to summon this Jables. All right.
I'm gonna be like, wait here. Don't do anything dumb. I'm gonna say that kind of quietly, and I'm gonna book it outside the courtroom.
Okay.
This time, I'm gonna make sure like people are knowing that this is important as a witness.
Okay. So you just bolt outside, and you see Jables off in the distance to the right, strumming. Go ahead and make a performance check with advantage.
I just need to write my performance and stuff down on a piece of paper at this point. With advantage. 13.
You gain 13 gold.
Dude, that's miserable. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Okay. So at this point, you're just playing along. Zolver, you're starting to kind of come to and wake up. You took a brisk nap.
So if he went in, would I have gone in with him?
He's outside.
He's outside.
Oh, he's outside. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
you.
that's right.
He's.
He didn't go in yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
just got my
Okay.
mood
So
on.
I'm just gonna wake up
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, where am I?
My friend, we are outside of the courthouse. You fell asleep shortly after we found out our friend was getting incarcerated.
I was exhausted.
Yeah, you sat down on a bed for a second. You just kind of passed out.
Well, that's because I was so exhausted and tired.
You are a
I don't
lizard.
know what.
I said never slept on a bed.
No, I never slept on a bed
Because
before.
that's been your motto this whole time. I've
Okay,
never
yeah.
slept on a bed before.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
At this point, you see Vasad kind of running over.
Okay, 2 things. For one, you're being summoned, so I need you to come with me. 2, Z, you can tag along, but I need something very important from you. This is super important.
Talking to me or her?
I said
me
Z.
or him?
I thought you were looking at me.
Yeah,
No,
like looking at mine.
I'm not. I'm looking more
Okay,
just like
yeah.
just for like
Dramatic effect.
no, yeah, just
Earth,
so
yeah.
Z, like, because I'm picturing like me literally in front of them is what I'm trying to do. So like Z, I need something really important from you. It's the biggest favor that you can do, and you'd be like awesome for it.
How awesome.
The best of the group.
Like perhaps the leader of the group.
Not that close, because I'm
no
the leader.
can do. So,
But-
what?
But the thing is, you can become assistant to the leader.
Now you're talking.
I can
Ah.
allow
Okay.
that. I can, as a leader, I'll allow that.
You know. But if you
Okay,
don't,
okay.
you're not going to be the assistant or the assistant of the assistant. You just be.
Assistant to the region.
No,
You're just there.
I want to be the
Okay,
assistant.
so the biggest favor I need, and I'll give it back to you, is
Whoa.
is the notebook Miles had. I know you have it, and badge included.
Okay, I have it. I do.
I just need to borrow it.
Promise you will turn it back into me.
I will.
Pristine condition.
So,
Everything in it.
Well, I'm taking it to the courtroom, and I'm going to ask them to not destroy it because it's like evidence.
Okay.
But I just need you to just let me borrow it. If anything happens to you, like happens to it, I will repay you somehow. As
Okay.
maybe a new weapon, new clothes.
Ooh, you had me at weapon, and then
Okay.
you had me again at clothes.
Okay,
Perhaps both.
perhaps.
Okay,
Right?
perhaps.
And so we
All
have
right,
to go.
here it is. Here's,
I'm
here's
gonna
your book.
take the notebook, right? And then like we have to go, but you're being
Alright.
summoned. I don't know if you can get in, but we're gonna try Z, just to
I
sit
would-
in the audience.
I want to stand up. I want to redo my illusion. And I'm going to do one strum on my lute. I'm going to say, mend the clothes, I need to fill the holes. And it's going to mend all my
So now you look like
damage.
legit Jables,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I look
Perfect.
like OG Jables.
Like from the diner.
Yeah.
Well, the dinner, not the diner. But okay, so we have to go. ASAP.
All right.
You good?
Yep.
You're good. Cool.
Put my lute in its carrier so they don't see my bone lute.
So we're
My
just going. We're just
skeleton.
booking it back,
Like
and when we get down
incriminating
to the
skeleton.
clearance, I'll say, who I am as I just left that, and I'm gonna see if Z can sit in the audience.
You come up to 2 guards.
Yep. I'm
This is Circle.
Yeah, this is Jables.
Jables,
the witness.
Jables, the witness.
And then this right here says he's a kid, as you can tell. He travels from the guild. He was with Jables, chilling with him, because I babysit him sometimes.
What?
It's no, like not in a bad way.
You kind of see him kind of like,
Can he just sit in the audience?
Mr. Circle.
Yes, I know it's a lizard folk.
You know they're not permissible in the courtroom.
We see him. We see him more as a bitch.
He's a boy. He doesn't know anything. He just wants to sit. He was at the dinner.
That's very strange that he was at the dinner even.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So he has to be worth something if he was at the dinner for Greylock, right? You see what I'm saying? Just let him in. If he causes a ruckus, I'll handle him. I'll ask him to leave and stuff, okay?
Okay.
Cool. It's important.
He snuck past me. I didn't see him.
Perfect.
Anyway.
So we get in. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna try to get Z to hide in the group, like blend into the group in the back, probably.
Okay. So I want you to roll a stealth check for me.
Would it be at an advantage since I'm trying to help him?
At advantage, and you're more or less trying to hide your tail. That's like a key identifier.
Not the lizard head, the tail.
$18.
Okay. All right, I see that you have made it back, Mr. Serico, and is this your presumed
Jables.
witness? Presumes? Jables.
Yes, Your Honor.
The other, please have a seat where you can find one vacant, please. And you can hear one of the scribes. Okay. Before you go, we're going to have our guards cross-examine.
What? I thought I
I object!
Ignore that. I don't know why he's never been in a courtroom. I'm apologizing for that. He's a boy. But anyways, just before we do that, somebody big came in.
And what would that be, Mr. Circle?
Evidence.
Okay.
In the flesh.
All right, everyone, we're going to get this. The recess is now over, and we are going to start with cross-examining one of the other witnesses and potential now suspects of the explosion of the earlier market in Edgecliff. Everyone, make sure you're listening and taking notes. Scribe is taking notes now. Mr. Circle, you can question your witness. Mr. Jables, can you please step forth and sit to my left, please?
Yes, sir. And while I'm going up, I'm kind of like pushing my hair back. And I sit down and I do like that fancy guy pose where I have my leg crossed over my knee.
Okay.
I'm gonna come up to Chapels, right? Not super close, but kind of close, showing that we're still friends. So you were at the dinner for the Scarlet Hall, right?
I was at the dinner. It was lovely.
Okay, and you were with who?
I was with my dear friend Drago, Miles Locke, and some pretty high officials here in Edgecliff.
Was there anybody else that you were attending to beforehand?
I remember talking to my dear
interesting.
friend Greyholt out in line after we got through customs.
Oh,
You can see one of the other guys start writing down stuff.
okay. What did that guy look like?
Greyholt?
Yeah.
He was a red dragonborn, if I believe, kind of stocky.
Okay. Okay, cool. And you said Drago, right?
Yes.
Can you point to Drago here?
Drago
Just
is
so we know you know who we're
right
talking about.
over there. And I do want to do that with both my fingers.
Towards Drago?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so that's cool that we all know that we're talking about the same person here.
I want to like wave at him.
So can you describe to me what happened before you guys went to the dinner?
Well, before we went to the dinner, me and Draco were actually getting intoxicated at Remy's diner where we met Greyholt.
Your face.
I'm gonna be like, are you sure it was at Remy's? Because I was at Remy's.
It could have been the fancy one. Yeah, it was the fancy one. Why would Greyholt, the noble's son, be at an establishment like Remy's in the poor district? I was intoxicated, Your Honor. I'm very sorry.
The other important thing.
Just a bard trying to make some gold.
I'm gonna look. Were you at the watch at any time?
We were at the watch, actually, with Miles before we went to get intoxicated, because Miles had to go back to his apartment to get refreshed for the dinner.
Okay, was there anybody else at the watch that saw you guys there?
Everybody did, and we made sure of it.
Perfect. And then how early was that compared to the dinner?
I'd say we were at the watch a good portion of the day because we hung out in Miles' office for a little bit.
Okay. And so like you went from the office straight to the tavern, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you went straight to the dinner, right?
Straight to the dinner.
Okay. And you guys weren't running anywhere, right?
Me run? You kidding? Look at me.
I mean-
Could I run in this coat?
I mean, probably not in the scope. I can see you run just in general, right? You look pretty fit.
I mean, I try. Some say it's
good.
an illusion.
I'm kind of roll my eyes a little bit. But anyways, as you can see, and I'm gonna just like towards the audience, we have several eyewitnesses to Drago and Jables both being in the same place at one time, and it was never really on the south side of town. They were on the north side of town, if I remember correctly, because if I think right, the watch isn't down there. It's on the north side.
The watch is on the north side. That is
And
correct.
so again, time-wise, if I left receivables, went to the watch, and as he said, there's everybody in the office seen them there. How many people is that? At least probably like 4 or 5 eyewitnesses of them being in the office, right? And then on top of that, they leave. They meet the son of this Dragonborn, right, guy. And I'm going to gesture towards the Dragonborn thing, not meaning offense. And he went with them to the dinner. So why would the son of the accuser be hanging out with a guy, somebody that's a terrorist? It wouldn't make sense, right? Because I mean, if this dude knew that he was a terrorist, he wouldn't want. I mean, I wouldn't want my kid. Like, remember, you guys saw the boy that came in with me, right? I wouldn't want him being around somebody that's bad. I'm trying to be a good role model for him. I wouldn't want, like I said, like somebody that's like painted to be Drago in this sense, be around a kid or my kid.
Very
Would you?
true.
And I'm gonna gesture towards the Dragonborn in the crowd.
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, and then the Tiefling. I'm really getting everybody on my side right here. I'm sorry.
Don't know why you're pointing at me.
Oh wait, you have a kid? Do you?
No,
You don't have any kids?
heathens.
Okay, well, never mind then. No wonder you're single. Anyways, and I'm going to point to somebody else that's random. Kid?
Yeah.
Okay, would you want your kid next to a terrorist?
Nope.
Okay, so if you thought somebody was a terrorist, you wouldn't want them next to a kid.
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Good example. As you guys can see,
You didn't ask me.
I'll ask you, do you have a kid?
I want one.
Okay, so if you had a kid, right, would you want a terrorist next to you that you thought was a terrorist? Would you want him next to your kid?
All right, this might take a second, Judge. I want to explain the whole life of this kid.
Get this guy out of here.
From the moment of birth, I would
Okay.
cuddle him and
So we're just gonna go. As we all can see here, I'm pretty sure on behalf of everybody, we can kind of agree, except for that one guy, the Tiefling. I mean, come on, he doesn't want kids. I mean, why not? But like we
One
all
has their own.
I'm not saying anything bad. I was just saying like we all can agree, majority wise, that we wouldn't want our kid in association to a terrorist. That we expect it to be a terrorist.
Now at the time, the crowd kind of starts murmuring.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
You
yeah.
hear a lot of. That kind of makes
I'm
sense.
kind of looking towards the judge to see his reaction.
That does make a lot of sense. As the judge here, I do have to allow the other side to cross-examine, which is
That's fine.
going to be myself because the plaintiff is actually Eldorian Cree against the defendant here. Mr. Circle, if you can have a seat, please. And first, we're going to actually start with Mr. Jables here.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then we're going to go to Drago, and then we're going to wrap this up.
I forgot real quick. I have something for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand him Miles' notebook, and I'm gonna kind of get close to him if that's fine with him, and be like, "This is Miles' notebook. This is property of the guild now, requested from Miles. That we get it back, but I know he took a lot of notes, like of people's profiles and stuff. you would expect anybody being bad, he would have it in this notebook.
That is very true.
Right. But the problem is, and I'm going to open it up because I know that he can't write very well. But like, this is the only things that we can't see. I mean, I can't read it. I know you guys have magical means, right, to comprehend things probably.
Maybe the Guardian of Arcana could, but yeah, I can't read anything
Can
of
you
this.
slide to him or make him read it and then give it back to me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, this is your possessions. All right, thank you. Mr. Jables,
Yes.
are you familiar with who I am? My name is Mr. Judge Piercer. Do you understand why you're here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's start with one question here. We're going to start with the room. Does anyone want to ask their first opening question for him?
What's Drago's last name?
Schmables.
So he does have a last name. Interesting.
Well, it's more of a. He doesn't really know his last name.
He doesn't know his last name.
Yeah, he came from the woods.
Force of the Dead. Okay.
Oh no.
So I see him more as a brother than anything.
It's an interesting last name. Okay. Any other questions from the crowd?
How long have you known him?
Better half of a month.
You've known this man for a month, and you're willing to put your freedom.
I'll
for
put
him.
my freedom if I met him last week.
Mr. Tiefling?
Yeah, has he ever used magic to harm anyone?
This man wouldn't use magic if it killed him. I've never seen him use magic before in my life. In fact, I saw him run away from something instead of use magic to harm it.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, I got a question. The gentleman earlier asked me if I had a child, and I said I wanted one. Where are you from, Jables?
South.
I'm looking for more of a name. Mr. Jables?
Avaroth.
Avaroth.
It's
That's
a town south that starts with an A.
Avaroth. Interesting. Well, there's always these villages sprouting up these days, so it's very possible Avaroth is in existence. Anyone else in the court? Anyone else in the room here? Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to the guards with the documentation. Mr. Jables, Mabels, it looks like you do have a criminal record with the Edgecliff. What's this about?
What are the charges?
Solicitation in front of Xanthus Exotics.
Solicitation. I don't know the meaning of the word.
That means you were, from here, looks like you were probing around her property, and she wanted you to be removed. And you were placed under a certain, it looks like here, a certain task to go to Blackwood and come back with the racers of Edgecliff for your form of public duty.
See, there was a problem that happened with that in the form of a giant monster that attacked during the race.
Really? And okay. And you guys defeated it, obviously.
Yes, we did. That's how we got the adventurer title.
Interesting. And was there magic used in that fight?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Judge, I got one more question. This is the tiefling up here.
Yes, Mr. Tiefling.
I don't want to be this guy to you, Mr. Jables. It's a little off that friends can lie for friends, and you are a friend of Mr. Drago, right?
More like a brother.
And the actual lawyer here is a friend of Drago, is he not?
I wouldn't call him a friend.
Objection. I have no ties to that.
I'd call him more of a guy that hangs out with us sometimes and just happens to be in the same guild.
So he's an employee or a worker's. So he's affiliated
He's
with,
a
is what I'm
co-worker.
understanding.
He's more of a co-worker than anything.
That's all I've got there, Judge Pierce.
That's not true.
Objection. We were given the title of the Mile High. We weren't really like all friends. They just kind of gave it to us.
Yeah, we've just kind of been hanging out for a month. Then they're like, hey, you guys did this. Boom. Adventurers Guild.
It's very...
Hey, man, it's your town.
No, it's not mine. It's Mr. Greylock's. Well, other than that, we're pretty much got all the things needed. The only thing we need to do from here, and this is going to be a public seeing, is going to be a magical scan, and we're going to be done.
Did anything happen with that book? I'm going to look towards the Guardian.
The Guardian, as you know, this is going to take some time to decipher. There's multiple languages here that are of ancient annotations and things like that.
So there's no keywords of like Drago.
From what I understand, I can't even read this. This is all. It looks like it's encrypted.
Well, if it's not going to be used in the court session that could be ended today, then you wouldn't need it as.
That is true.
But we can bring it back if anything happens, as this trial could go the opposite way, because I know it's evidence.
That is true. Yep.
So I'm gonna ask if I can hold it.
So he gives it
in my
back to you.
possession.
Yep. Okay, Mr. Drago, this doesn't hurt. This takes matter of a minute for the Guardians of Arcana to thoroughly scan the aroma, the aurora, and the presence of any magic particles. So please step forward on that seal that's in front of you, and you see this huge seal, this decorative seal in front of you. So what do you want to do?
How far away am I?
You are in the bench, and you're about 5 feet from the seal.
I'm just going to do one of those very dramatic pauses where I kind of like look to everybody. Like this is that scene where Han Solo jumps into the carbonite. I'm just kind of looking.
Should I catch myself on fire?
And I'm going to slowly walk up to the little circle. I guess I'm just going to stand on it.
All right, Mr. Drago, Guardians of Arcana, do your thing, and we'll be done.
They don't have to do me.
At this time, what you see these four figures almost like levitate over to you, and they're standing on that say, and they're starting to rotate around the seal, and they're holding their medallions, and their medallions are pretty big. And all of a sudden, the medallions themselves start, like, very intricately start moving and spinning, and they're holding their hands in certain symbols, in certain ways of almost like they're shifting their focus into this medallion. And all of a sudden, you see these different colors of light beam out of their medallions and make connection to you on the outside of you and scanning you. And all of a sudden, you start seeing the other medallion start shaking and like rising off one of the Arcana's necks. And then you can see his eyes like kind of look down, and he looks down at it and he's like, what the heck is going on? Like he's never seen this before. And all of a sudden those particles that were blue and floating off of you, imagine it's like almost they're like shrapnel coming off of you. And it's all blue and see-through and translucent at the same time. And now the seal starts, you can see go and like go indent into the ground. And it starts kind of like a little bit shaking, just very faint. There's like a low hum of power. And you roll a perception check. Dissolver rolls a perception check, and Jables rolls a perception check.
Also, can I look at some of... Oh, I got a nat 20. I got a freaking nat 20, dude.
10.
But
14.
can I also look, because I'm sitting down now, look at the notes from the people sitting around me, because you said they were taking notes.
Yeah.
And I want to see what people are thinking because I know they're focused on this. They're not going to be hiding their notes that they've written
Right.
down.
They're like eyes wide.
So I'm trying to see what they written down and see if they're in
You
favor
see
of us.
majority favor not guilty.
I know I did my job. I'm like, okay.
The rest of you, as you're looking at Drago, you can see him his garments are starting to float and start wisping back and forth, and you can see this bluish aurora coming off of him, and you can see these shrapnel shards coming off of him, and they're glowing blue, and then they just dissipate off in thin air. And you can see one of the guardians are looking down, and his medallion is shifting and going almost like it's going out of control. And he's
Anything interesting happening with my nat 20?
You, as you're kind of piecing all this together, you're starting to look over to you this is something that was very familiar to you on a specific night that happened a year ago, and they call it the Ionis event. And if you want to roll a history check,
Please roll high.
Nat 20 again, baby! Look at it!
He remembers.
You can read it and weep, baby! Read it and weep! Double that 20!
Set the audience up. They need to know,
That's
too.
a critical moment, and I just forgot nat 20.
That's a critical roll.
TM.
you remember that it was the night where you saw this massive magic burst out of thin air, and there was Silas. It was that night that he betrayed you. And there was a giant flash of out of nowhere bluish magic, and this looks exactly like the same shrapnel and shards that are coming off of him. And you saw a figure just appear with the same aurora around him, as if he just came from out of no existence, out of thin air.
So I know he's not from here.
At this point, you're piecing together that night, it brought you right to that night, and you're witnessing the same exact aurora. Same shrapnel, same feeling, so low, that same low hum sound. You're starting to piece together that Drago was the mysterious man that showed up and scared Silas, Mario, and all of them away. And
I'm so happy I got that nat 20 beat.
so, Guardians of Arcana, what do we have? Is everything good at this point? They set down, the symbol glows, and then of course those pieces just slowly just evaporate and they just go away. One of the Guardian members, you can see one of them, the one that was his medallion was shaking, was sweating. He says, Mr. Piercer, Judge Piercer, if it's okay, I would like to, after this hearing, personally speak to Drago, along with the other Guardians of Arcana, please. And the judge says, now, hold on. He's not convicted of anything. He's innocent. That's going to be a whole separate deal. And then one of them says, or the same guy says, "No, Mr. Pierce, this isn't a matter of judicial. This is more of the Guardian. This is and he's kind of being forgetful because he's like, what he just saw. This is more of a Guardian Arcana matters more than Mr. Pierce, are you familiar with the Ionis event?" And the judge says, I'm a little bit. Please refresh my memory. That was the night that all the magic in the town wiped out. It was that night. All of our magic cell went out. It was that night. Well, this person right here, when we were scanning him, showed the exact same exhibits and the anomaly that was resting in that spot. So if the hearing sees that he is not guilty, we'd like to personally set up a time with Mr. Drago to further the study.
Can I interrupt here for a second? With respect.
Sure.
Guardian. But as the evaluation happened, what I really need to know, as everybody else here in the audience would like to know, so we can get on with our busy lives, especially the judge here. He would like to go home, at least eat a sandwich or something.
Yes, that's
right?
true. Yep.
Was the same magic or remnants of the explosion on this man, Drago?
One of the guardians says, like he tightens up, he goes, "No, Mr. Circle, that we did not detect any magic that was used at the explosion.
Okay, so
There was none."
So that proves his innocence. We wouldn't need to go any further.
You can see he's kind of like getting tense. He's like, "Mr. Circle, I don't know if you understand. There's a different situation that came about, and
I'm gonna look into him, and I'm trying to really focus. As I'm kind of blinking, and I'm gonna talk to him in his head.
And at this point, you can see his jewel lighting up.
And it's fine. I know about the event, and he came from there. He has nothing to do with this. Just say it.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
You see the Drake up in the balcony.
I'm glad I got advantage. Come on, baby. Oh, never mind. There's no way. Unless he rolls low. Hopefully he rolls low. Intimidation. Okay, I got a 12. The first one was a nat 1, so I'm glad.
He looks over. He looks at you.
I'm not trying to be super intimidating.
And he looks over. It's
nice.
more of like a we
Soft.
both know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, just
he looks over at the judge. Judge Pierce, yes, there was no anomalies that were scanned on him for this incident of the bombings earlier. This man is clean, and we can go ahead and proceed with the verdict. All right, well, if that's it, what is the majority census of the verdict? We'll start with each individual out of 370. We'll start with you.
It's gonna be the tiefling first. I just know it.
Most of all of them say not guilty. None of them said guilty. Gets to the tiefling. Guilty.
Can we reject that guy? He's been harassing my client.
Well, you know that it's majority vote, and as of right now, it's 270 to 1. So,
but you know what I'm saying? Like, he should be a jury. It's biased.
that is true. Well, either way, it looks like that Drago, you are free. There's no crime against you, no penalties against you. The Guardian of Arcana are wanting to set up a consultation time with you. Other than that, you guys are free to go, and I'm going to go get my sandwich.
I would like to countersuit for
Harassment.
wrongful defamation.
I'm sorry, I don't know what land you hail from, but we don't have countersuing here. So
I'm just gonna go up to him. Say, Judge, and just be like, thank you for the time.
absolutely.
Go to
Now,
Remy's
if
pub.
this was Judge Marshall, this wouldn't have gone that way. I'm more of the nicer one.
Well,
And
for a token of my gratitude, go to Remy's pub and say that I sent you.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
I want to
All
look
right,
at the guards and go,
all right. You guys are free to go, and you guys are now.
I'm gonna keep note
All
of
of you
that,
are
that
walking-
tiefling. I'm gonna beat him up.
yeah, I bet that's the...
You say that out loud.
No.
Okay.
You think that's a kid's friend?
So now you guys all leave and head outside. So you guys are all outside.
So once we go outside, I'm gonna do what I said and give the notebook of Miles back to Z.
Okay.
I'll receive it and I'll check and make sure everything is the way that it was.
And it's exactly the way it looks.
See, look,
okay,
told you,
I
pristine.
can be happy.
So you're welcome. Yeah, like I said, you're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That took not that much work, but it worked out of
Yeah, I wish we wouldn't have bombed that place. We could have avoided this whole mess.
you're lucky.
That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a
He's
joke.
already been charged. He's already been charged.
Yeah, you can't recharge me.
Just screaming. That's a joke.
But
That's a joke.
but like I said, you're welcome. Not for anything important. I just know that you're innocent. Because I mean, why would I risk my neck for you?
I owe you one.
You already do.
I owe you
I'm
two.
gonna pat to my book. Good job not screwing it up, Jables.
Mr. Drago. Mr. Drago.
The Guardian guy.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh, now get
Shoo!
And you can tell he's wearing these out in the sun, these very purple metallic robes. He is, you can see he's a druid, and you can see these like little horns coming up. He's a tiefling as well. Forgive me for earlier. I would like to meet with you sometime. Me and the rest of the guardians that are within the city. We need to speak to you, if that's okay.
I'm gonna look at my homie. Like,
You know me?
I'm looking at you as he's saying this, like seeing if it's clear if I should or like.
And his
Can he
face
have
is
a
like
company?
his face is completely drawn down, like
Like he's very snarling.
like he's like he's like, please,
It's like a villager
like,
from Minecraft.
pretty please.
So could I'm gonna I guess I'll speak to my client. So trying to sell my business aspect. Could we accompany him because he's right now a high profile
And
target.
all of them are like, yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I guess we can if you want.
I'll accept.
Do we get anything out of it? Like, give refreshments? 'Cause I'm kind of parched. Did a lot of talking. back
We're
there.
not looking to set this up right now, but please don't leave the city. We can't let anything happen to you.
Like, how long is it gonna be?
Oh, we want to know everything.
So why can't we do it today? It's still early in the day.
Well, as of right now, it's actually like midday.
It's still early in the day for me. I go to bed late.
Well, we don't want to take all your guys' time.
I have a question for you, actually.
Yeah, what's that?
Once we go and we do this magic thing with him, I have some questions about, like I lean in, necromancy.
They said, yeah, that's a abandoned skill set or school.
I would like to learn some stuff about it, just out of curiosity's sake.
I guess in exchange for Mr. Drago's time, I can get you into a library that can talk about the historicity of the necromancy and why it was abolished.
Deal.
All right. What about for you, lizard boy?
All I want
Is to be a real man.
is some.
I just want a good woman to hold me tight.
All I want is to be wrapped in the arms of a loving lady. That's all I want.
I'm sure you can go down to the Emporium or the pubs and find someone potentially there looking. I'm not sure.
Oh, that lady was talking about her kid.
Okay. Okay. Is that a promise? Promise there's gonna be ladies?
At the Emporium, they're all over the place.
Okay, I'm there. I'm coming.
And that's why we don't allow lizard boys or lizard folk inside the courtroom.
Tell
anyway,
me about it.
So what am I getting out of this?
we didn't think about that. Think of it as a new way to discover possibilities.
Fancy words for nothing.
What I'm concerned with, and I'm gonna remember the contracts that you told me about. The stone. I'm like, he would actually, on behalf of him, I'm gonna speak information about artifacts that are probably peculiar to hit this event. We can't talk about it in public because they're pretty highly sought after.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
But they're
we can talk about
stones. That's what we'll just refer them
it.
to.
Stones. What kind of stones?
Better to be said in private.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
but just think of rare things,
Okay.
and that we need information. Information is key for us, as you get information too, right?
Yep.
That's all part of a business deal.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And also make sure to have drinks. I stay parched.
Okay.
Very thirsty.
All right. Well, where should we meet?
Do you guys not have a secret lair?
We do have a rendezvous at the North Watchtower.
don't we
The
just go to
giant
the guild?
clock that's in the.
Meet up at the event. Yeah, the
The
Adventures
guild.
Guild.
Yeah, you can meet us. You know where we're at.
Or
The guild.
Remy's. Meet at Remy's.
The
Yeah,
guild works.
Yeah.
Guild, yeah, the guild.
Oh,
Remy will cater.
okay. We will meet. When do you want us to meet?
Follow us there now.
Tonight.
Tonight. Okay. At nightfall. All right. We'll see you then. And he goes, This is amazing. and you can hear them going away. Like this is gonna
like a little kid kind of
like this is gonna be groundbreaking for the.
They want you, Drago.
Okay, so ground rules. We're not telling them anything that they really need to know. We're trying to get all the information out of them. Okay? As you can see,
So, like, what do they need to know?
We have-
What are the topics that I should avoid?
All of them.
yes.
Should I just not talk? Should I not say
Well,
anything?
we're going to try to get you, as we found out, the loving embrace of a lady.
Yes.
Yes, you
Right?
have somebody to be meeting tonight, actually.
So, what's going to be perfect is that you can do that. You can come in and do whatever you want afterwards, like, like when they're there. But you can just do whatever you want, like you normally do. Just hop in the room, do whatever. You can bounce on the beds, because I figure you would be doing that.
Do you think
Am I
I'm
correct?
5? No.
Have
Not
you,
5.
Have you bounced on the beds?
15.
Have I?
Mm-hmm.
Be more specific. Have
you
I
jumped on the beds at any time
ever?
since I haven't been around?
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna take
okay,
it.
yes, I am.
knew
Yes,
it.
I am.
So, like I said, you can do anything. They're not going to look at you very weird. But like I said,
As you guys are standing there talking, you guys notice some more guards that are. They walk up to you and they all have kind of like these little paper slips. They said, just to let you guys know, we've been passing these out. The gates to Edgecliff will be closing until further notice, until we have the investigation for the explosions underway and completed. Thank you guys. You've been notified. At morning rise, they will be locked indefinitely until further notice.
does
Thank
that
you.
not exclude if we have business for the city?
If it has to directly come from Greylock himself to leave the city. So you
Okay.
guys have until morning to leave and come back, or you'll be locked out indefinitely until the investigation's done.
Just leave
Thank you.
everybody behind.
We never come back.
Okay.
Well-
So, like I said, we have a game plan. Well, for one, I have business I gotta attend to. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I can come back to the guild, clean up more for this adventure party we're gonna have, and you guys can do what you guys were planning to do. Help, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't we just cut the middleman and just go to the bar? We don't have to help that lady. I'm tired of messing with the police. We mess with the police all day.
There's police in there.
The guard, a Dorian guard.
Yeah, I haven't ever. I'm saying, like, I'm referencing that I don't know what technically happened beforehand. I just know that he wants a
some
lady, and then you just said that
tieflings.
he wants a lady.
Tieflings.
No said. Okay, cool. Like I said, does that sound good to you, Drake?
Works for me.
Okay, cool. So, like I said, you just know nothing, but enough to get them excited every time, so we get more information out of them. That's it. And on that note, I'll see you guys later. And I'm gonna briskly walk away.
You can just see him. Stupid.
And as you do that, I'm gonna cast Presidentation to clean myself up. So as I'm walking away, I'm getting more cleaner as I step away.
All right, so it's just we're gonna go with Zolver,
my grandma?
Drago, and Jables. That's you three.
Z, do you really want Remy to see you try to get a lady? Should we go to the other bar in town?
Can we please go to the other bar? This could be embarrassing for somebody who's never done this.
To the other bar!
To
I
the
think
other
we
bar.
take. I think we take him to the bar with the lady. He needs to face his fears.
Oh, God.
Is she at the nice
I'm
one?
not
or
afraid
is
of
she
anything.
at Remy's?
She's at
I'm
Remy's.
literally not scared of anything.
Yeah, but Remy might know her.
That's
No,
all right.
It's
what do you
it's
mean?
I can decide,
No,
Remy.
her.
Eyebrows up.
I would say
no
based
her.
on the time that's passed, it's roughly around that time that she would be meeting you.
Okay.
I
Let's
can
just
distract
lie-
Remy.
oh,
We'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
we'll just
I like
lie
that
to
idea.
her. We'll say that her son's safe. Blah, blah,
We'll
blah.
get the gold.
We'll get the gold. You'll get the lady. And then we'll get out of Dodge.
I like that idea. I
Alright.
like that.
To
Actually.
Remy's!
Okay.
Drinks on Remy.
As you guys make your way,
No.
as you guys make your way to Remy's, you guys are about one role play session away from Remy's. So go ahead and role play that, and then so you guys now see Remy's pub.
Okay, so when I talk to her, what do I do with my hair? First of all, my hair.
I'll
It's a-
talk you through it.
It's a mess. My hair is all over the place.
You should braid it.
So you see my hair kind of like in a puff ball on the top of my head. I should braid it. I don't know how to
Drago,
braid
spit
stuff.
on the hair.
I'm gonna pull out my hand.
Oh,
and I'm gonna
no,
spit on
no,
my hand.
No,
and then run it through your
no,
hair.
don't touch
And then
my
we're
hair.
gonna-
No.
Like we're gonna slick it back a little bit.
No. Okay. Well, does it at least look good?
No.
Looks great.
Looks great.
Looks like an illusion.
Oh, like an illusion.
That's how good it is.
Oh my god.
Illusions rule.
Okay. Well.
You guys have now walked up to Remy's or the door.
Go get him, champ.
I guess here goes nothing.
Remy, it's your favorite people in the world, me and Drago, here to talk to you and only you. Like I'm kind of scooting you away with my hand.
And I'm gonna say, and Z is not here.
Z.
So if you're wondering, he's not here. He does not need to talk to you today.
Can we get 2 drinks each, Remy?
Z said he would pay for it.
No.
But he's not here right now, so he's going to come
though.
back.
He's not here right now, so he can't hear this.
He's not here.
So put it on his tab.
Oh my gosh.
As you guys get into Remy's, you can see it's kind of popping. Like there's people in there. You see some music playing. You see Remy kind of like excited. This old man now like got a different shirt on. He's enjoying like working. Like he's got a new spunk to him. Z, as you walk to the door, you're noticing there's a lot of patrons in here. Like this isn't what you're used to. And you notice a girl sitting at the bar being served a drink from Mr. Remy.
Perhaps a lady.
Yes.
Okay.
A woman of the night.
And you two are now walking in, and you can start seeing Zolver kind of as he is just standing there, like.
All right, Zolver. In your head, you're going to hear me say, "Don't worry, I'll walk you through it."
Jesus.
And I'm going to get Remy's attention away from that lady.
God, is that you?
And I want to be a couple people down the bar, so he's like forced to move.
And I'm going to sit in between them.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Jables.
Remy,
Okay, and oh, hey, how are
it's
you?
me. It's me, Jables.
How you doing? How you doing? It's been a little while.
It has.
It's been like 12 hours.
It's been some time. Hey, you know what? I wanted to say I appreciate you so much for going down to that part of the city and getting my little fine tail out of there. I
No,
appreciate you.
It's no problem.
You know what? He fills up a glass. This one's on me. The finest of Remy's ale.
Oh, thank you, Remy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So,
How have things been? There's a lot of people in here.
yes, it's been crazy ever since Xantha kind of let go of the debt. I've been flourishing more. It's very coincidental, actually.
That is really coincidental. Would you like me to play a song to all your patrons?
You know what? If you can play.
Sure. And then does he have like a stage somewhere? I assume he does.
We haven't had this many people. I haven't had a stage, so you might have to find a table or makeshift something. That'd be up
I
to
want
you.
to hop on the bar.
Do you leave your drink setting there?
You just jump up. And I'm like, I didn't mean on my nice fine bar. But I guess anything for you.
Did you leave the drink there?
No.
He as he jumped up, he scooped it up at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, and things, our fine gentleman here, a good friend of my son's, is about to play us a tune. And, alright.
I'm going to start playing a song akin to Free Bird by Leonard Skinner.
Okay. So you guys hear this music start playing. Go ahead and roll a performance check for me. With advantage.
Ooh.
Because...
Let's use my other D20s because I rolled like a 2 and a 3 earlier. 22.
22. As you're playing, you're just feeling it. And you're seeing everyone kind of doing in that cinematic slow dancing. Everyone's getting into it dancing.
Like the scene from Percy Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of just vibing the music. You're feeling it, and you're just... This is you're pouring your heart into this tune.
This is why I became a bard.
Yep. And you notice your dress wear is starting to glow and have symbols come down, and it's just almost like streaks of color that dissipate and fade behind it's like a trail, and it's just outlining your outfit.
Yeah.
Drago, you see your friend Jables jump up on top of the bar there, and he's playing a very good tune, like one you haven't heard of before.
I'm just trying to pay more attention to that, but I'm also listening.
Okay. At this point, Zolver, you finally make your way over to the lovely mistress who is sitting at the.
I'm still in your head too, Zolver.
Okay.
At the bar. Just she's kind of like taking little drinks and kind of just looking around. And for your lizard folk, you find her very attractive.
Okay. So I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna like kind of slither my way up there and
Like slither.
not like slither, but like I'm like walking like quickly, and I kind of do like a you know like
Like the guy from Monsters
like
Inc.
Geico.
yes, like the guy from Monsters Inc. He's not like slithering, but he's like
Like he's skirting back.
he's like scurrying. That's what I'm
Okay,
doing.
I was thinking of like the Geico, like as he
the
walks up.
Geico gecko. Yeah, that's exactly it too.
running across.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing.
You see her like kind of talking to herself like, what do I say first? Like, how do I?
Tell
And
her
Remy's
she
like,
looks pretty.
Okay, I got this.
and then as you're walking up, Remy says, "Zolver, oh son, come on over here. This lovely lady's been talking and
I'm gonna
wanting
hop
to meet
right
you."
in. Remy, I need a drink.
Sure. What would you like, lad?
Whatever you gave the bard.
That was my finest ale. And he,
Put it on Zolver's tab.
Zolver doesn't have a
I
tab.
don't
This
have
is
that.
Start Zolver a tab.
she is part owner of this place.
It's on you.
It's on you then.
All right, he gives it to you. Hey, go get him, son. And then he just walks away. And he's kind of in the corner doing this with a towel and a glass. Like he's like trying to make sure like you're hitting all your P's and Q's. And then he as you're looking over at him, he's like in the corner, like kind of tucking a towel into a cup. He's as he's drying the cup, he's like mouthing to you.
I can't.
How big's that cup?
He's mouthing to you to like he keeps
You guys are so dumb.
he keeps mouthing to you to like come on, he's like go on go. He's like just drying the cup. He's like
Oh my god. You guys are so
he's like what are you with? And you can see this one little curl come out of him. He's like come on get what the
Okay.
All right.
You guys are so dumb. I can't. I will never get through this.
Dude, I sound like a donkey.
We're never gonna get through this.
He's got his little towel like full. He's like this.
Take off his glass. All right.
He drops the cup, picks it.
Okay.
You can hear oh crap, dude.
Oh gosh. Okay. I died.
Hello,
Sweating.
Zolver.
You look pretty.
Thank you. You
Very
can see like
pretty.
she's got some lipstick kind of like half off and like
She's got a fist fight since the last time he saw her. Half her face is swollen.
With the staircase, dog. With the staircase.
Tieflings.
She looks like a freaking meth head.
She has not aged gracefully the last 4 hours.
Oh no! She just did a fresh line of coke.
Lord's work, baby.
Oh gosh, man, I'm screaming.
no, she has like mascara kind of like you can tell when like people can
She's taking that dip, is what he's saying. The
no
dip,
like
the Lord
you can see like she tried, but like you can kind of see some
You're saying she's blind.
not really blind, but like
She was never taught how to do it.
she was never taught how to do it like fully to the extent of like perfection. You can see there's some. Let me actually roll a performance check. Yeah, you can totally see that some of the lipstick kind of like got up on her upper lip a little bit, but she tried for you.
I would have died laughing if you would have gotten that 20 right there. It'd be like, well, scratch that.
Never mind, she's amazing.
All that never happened. Okay.
And you can't. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, that is a 17.
Okay, you do notice some like lipstick stains on her teeth and stuff, and you're trying not to focus on those. You're more focusing on her beauty.
Okay, so I definitely would see that.
Yeah.
But really, I don't think my character would have cared anyway.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. What do I say?
Grab her by the horns.
You're like whispering that like as you're playing. You let go. Keep playing.
Yeah, it's like, grab my horns.
Zover, what a beautiful song this is, huh? Anything I can get you to? Any ale? Yes. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
He runs up, scurries. You can hear glass clinking back and forth. So,
his finest ale.
You can kind of see that she keeps putting her hands down and up and. So, how was your day?
I went to court.
Oh, you did.
I objected. That was fun. Yeah. Everyone told me to stop. They think I'm a kid or something. I don't really know what that's all about.
You know, that's very noble of a.
I'm literally a man.
Of a good man looking for my son. Thank you. And you objected the courts.
Yes, I went to court. I objected.
Did it come of anything?
Well, Drago was not guilty, so I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about my son.
I kind of like look to the left, look to the right, like.
Did you find anything out for me about my son?
In your head, you hear it. Tell her yes.
Yes.
Roll a d20. And which one are you going to choose?
Nope. Okay, I got a 2.
Okay. Because you are technically in here, she can get advantage on it. She rolls a 1.
11.
Okay.
1t1.
Great. That's super exciting. Was he okay? Was he hurt at all or?
No, he's actually dead.
Should I say that? The news is not so. One could say pleasant.
Okay.
Get the gold first.
What? Oh, sorry. I'm not. I don't. Sometimes I have Tourette's.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't know what that is, but I have it.
You said my son was not good.
Well, that's because he is. This is hard to say.
Don't tell her yet.
Don't tell her
Tell
yet.
her after the date.
Tell her after the.
Tell her not to worry about him right now.
Okay, I have voices in my head.
Okay. She kind of like.
Say, let's not worry about him right now.
Well, we shouldn't worry so much about him right now.
He's my son, though. I
What?
need to worry about him.
But this night's about us.
But tonight is about you and I, my lady.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's like a 40-year-old thief, like a 15-year-old.
Oh gosh, I got a 6.
So wrong.
It's a hold on, that's an 8, I believe. Yeah, it's an 8.
As much as I want to carry forward, I do need to dispose of my worries as a mother. So once these feelings of worry are gone, then we can enjoy a night. Or even more, if you're looking for more of a relationship.
So you need to know about your son. Like, what exactly do you need to know about him?
Well, why did they write his name in wrong? What is his bond? Is he okay? Did he suffer anything on the way there?
Gold pieces.
It's a. Are you sure? It's 100 gold pieces.
You can see her go,
Is his bond.
what? And the music, and you stop playing because he's like, how much? And then
Is
now
one
Remy's
hu-
like this. He scoots away like, oh yeah, I can help you.
I said 100, but I think I meant 10.
1,000? No.
No. 10. No. Listen to me. 10 gold. Okay,
But you're working on getting him out for free. Tell her that.
I don't know if I can do that.
Can I start playing?
You don't know if you can do what? Yeah, you
I
can start
don't.
playing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, something is happening to me right now. The voices in my head are telling me conflicting information. I think I should just probably.
Can you just tell me what
the
you
voice
know?
The voice in my heart tells me to tell you the truth.
Okay.
And so, therefore, the truth is that your son is. Well, how can I put this? He's dead. He died.
Silver, please tell me you're not lying. Please
no longer hear my voice in your head.
Please tell me you're lying.
I don't think I'm lying.
I kind of spit out my drink a
I
little
think
bit.
this is the truth.
Bard. And then at this point, roll a performance check at disadvantage because she's like trying to holler your name out.
Who is the lady?
Yeah.
She knows you.
Ooh, is this a performance?
Yes.
Okay, it's still 21.
Okay. You stop gracefully. There's too much going on. Can you not play right now? You said my son is dead?
Well, I'm not. Okay, let's be honest. That's just what I heard. That's the rumor. Now, if you want to know what actually is going on with your son, then maybe you should talk to Drago because he's the guy with all the knowledge. I don't know.
Where's Draco?
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Okay, so I point at him. I point at him. I would recognize your back, you ding dong. And so I point at him.
And then like your back is turned towards you're sitting right next to her.
There's the guy.
Oh.
He's a really good guy. And you know what?
You see her take a
He's
drink?
one of my best friends. My best friends in the whole world.
Thank you, Zolver. And
So about that, hold on, about that second.
we'll
about
talk
that
in a second.
second
And then she
date,
just
you know what
starts
I'm saying?
tapping on your shoulder. Mr.
I'm gonna turn
Drago.
around and like real quick with my drink up in the air, kind of like slosh some all over the place. Another round for the house.
Oh!
And I
And you
shout,
start playing.
Woo!
She's like, and then Remy's like, on the house.
Oh, I know you. And then I'm gonna like take her hands and start dancing.
Okay, so now you start dancing with her. She goes, can you please tell me what happened to my son as you're dancing with her?
And then I'm gonna like spin her away from me.
And she's like spinning away.
I'm gonna catch
And
her.
I'm gonna dance.
And I'm gonna say, I didn't expect our second date to be so quick.
It's over. What is going on?
I think I love you.
That's a little fast, don't you think? We just met.
What? What do you mean we just met? We've known each other for hours.
Oh,
I think I'm in
dear.
love.
Oh dear.
I want to be.
I don't.
I want to be a stepfather.
Oh dear. I hope No, I think I'm your first. No.
Yeah, my first wife. Will you marry me? I don't have a ring. I don't know what that is all about.
You know, it was nice. Remy, it was nice meeting you, and Zolver, we'll meet in a little while. I'll come back for you, okay? I really have to.
Come back for me.
She starts scurrying out the door.
Whew, that was close.
Close one.
That went so well. I'm getting married. I'm gonna be a dad.
To the happy couple.
Another round.
And on that note, we'll end right there in this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to Roll Initiative and the escapades of Zolver as he almost had a relationship inside of this world. That's exciting, but then blew it because Drago wasn't inside of his head. But thank you guys so much, and please definitely like, subscribe, and comment below, and tell your friends because the more they know, the more we grow. We'll see you till next time. Peace.
Like I said,